right. We should be live. Oh, that was a perfect timing. You just go live and you're knocking things down.
I didn't knock anything down. I haven't moved.
Oh boy. So I don't know what that sound was just now then. But in any case, what's up everybody? We are live. I see that Clay has been waiting for us for a while. How you doing, Clay? On this fine Tuesday. I spent a little bit of time earlier today trying to get some things set up. So hopefully all of that will work. Alerts should work. Only thing I didn't get working is the chat bot, but I'm going to play around with that. We shall see. Oh, have you been? I don't have the timestamps. Let me see. Can I turn those on? Can't remember how to turn those on. Oh well.
Bobby Stapleton, what up?
Bobby, what's going on? Oh, and Stiletto. I was really missing you the other day because when I'm streaming with ooh, did not mean to do that. When I'm streaming with OBS rather than Streamlabs OBS, the chat, it doesn't have a built-in chat. So I have to use the chat that's on the browser and it tends to scroll up. So it was hard to try to keep up with the chat. I can pop the chat out, which I did, and make it a little bit longer so I could see more, but it's not as good as the Streamlabs OBS one.
Oh,
Um,
stop trying to make it sound like you need me. Hey,
mm-hmm.
Slight.
Slight, what's going on? Everything's going okay. Your alliance is at 3.3 million. Nice. Yeah, they are growing fast. All right. So this is going to be a shorter stream than usual. We're not going to be streaming for 2 hours. My 5 stars are already on cooldown. So we're going to just go through my 550s and my 440s, work on the 4-star basic arena and the 5-star featured arena. So that's not going to take me 2 hours to get through unless I just drag it out. But I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, it's not one of your conversations.
Or maybe I will, since my sister has requested it.
I was just making a comment.
Mm-hmm.
Can a girl just make a comment?
No. I got to let you hear. Oh, yeah, you got to hear afterwards. We're going to listen to Brian Grant. He had one, it was very short, like couple minute um, video, but he got his wife on there. And you gotta hear that one. His wife is hilarious.
I think you've showed it
Mm-mm,
to me before.
not this one. He, she,
Okay,
he,
it's another one with it.
yeah, he's only done I think one time before with her, if I can remember. There was another one called Lola Two Paws. That was funny. Lola is their dog.
Yeah, the one with the dog was one I think you showed
Yeah,
me.
that one was pretty cool. But yeah, this one is new. This one was like this morning. But all right, let's see. How did we do? All right. Not bad, not bad at all. All right. So let's get to it. Let me pop out this chat. Enable live chat, enable slow mode. No, no, no. Wrong setting option. There we go. There it is. I was trying to figure out how to do the timestamps. Yep, Clay was here since like 11:56.
That's sad.
That's dedication. All right, let me pop out the chat here.
Kato says, "What's up, Lord Shakedown?"
Oh, Kano, what's up? What's up? Do you know how we got there? Why you said shakedown?
No.
Well, he was saying "What's up, Lord Shadow" one time, and the autocorrect actually autocorrected Shadow to Shakedown, and so he said "What's up, Lord Shakedown," and I was just like, you know what? I actually like that. That's pretty cool.
So what has he been typing that he autocorrects to Shakedown?
Don't know, but I thought it was pretty cool.
Hmm.
Things that make you go, hmm.
Hmm.
Okay, so all I need actually is to run my 5 stars when they come off cooldown, and I'll have the milestones and then some. Um, let me see, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I'll have all that I need. So we're not going to touch the 5 star featured for right now. We're just going to focus on the basic, and depending on if my sister is still awake, we'll even maybe mess around in one of the other arenas, maybe the 3 star arena, um, or start working on the 4 star featured, which I haven't touched
I'm wide awake.
for now.
Kano just pulled a 5-star Emma. What are your thoughts on her?
She's good. I like her. I like the way she fights. I like her animations. They nice and fluid. I don't have her as a 5 star, but if I did, she would definitely go up to rank 3.
You like the way she looks.
Oh yeah, always did.
Mm-hmm. Even back when she was a Hellfire Club.
That's what I was about to mention, because that's when I remember her.
I liked her just because she's part of the people who gave Jean Grey a hard time. Anybody who gives Jean Grey a hard time, it's on my good list.
I'll bet. And she's a powerful, powerful telepath,
Yes.
and she's intelligent, because the two don't necessarily go together.
No, they don't. After all, we do have Jean Grey, who's a powerful telepath.
You need to leave her alone. She ain't said nothing to you. She ain't bothered you.
She does bother me,
Oh,
okay?
I know she does, but that's you.
But Ms. Frost reminded us, guess what? Jean Grey's not the only telepath in the world, and she's not the only one who's intelligent.
Okay.
Because the X-Men were having everybody thinking, oh, Jean Grey, she's a powerful telepath. Oh, yeah. And then Emma Frost came on talking about, yeah,
It's okay.
that's it.
It's okay.
I'm just saying.
The way you hurt me. It's okay. Y'all can tell my sister got a hate on for her, right?
It's not that I have a hate on for her.
Oh, what would you call it? Exactly.
I just don't like the girl.
Like I said.
My soul don't take to her.
There you go. Now I could say, meow, but you know, I ain't that
No,
way.
it's not even that.
I ain't that way.
And I can't even say it's not even her fault. She hasn't even done anything.
That's what
It's
I was saying.
everyone around her who has done it. I blame everybody else for this.
other than them trying to be, little goody goodies, which honestly,
It's everyone else's fault too because they've built up these
Charles
impossible.
Xavier,
Yes.
that was his principle. Because if you think about it, look at the world that they were in. There was prejudice. And so, what Charles Xavier was espousing was to be able to get them to possibly be accepted. And that's why Magneto and Charles Xavier were always going head to head, because Magneto was like, no, not only are we never going to be accepted, but we're better than them in the first place.
And then Charles Xavier made it. He made those two basically his poster children, and they
Right.
had to be perfect. I'm like, the pressure on them made them always have to be goody goody two shoes, and they always had to choose the right thing, and they always had to. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
they
He
were. I
he
mean,
he
there were
groomed them.
storylines about it. There's no wonder those people. I'm like, I don't blame them for the way they are, but I don't like the way they are.
That's why I like my boy Wolverine.
Hey,
Now,
Asar.
Asar, what's up? But Wolverine, as much as Charles Xavier has been working with him and everything and has tamed him to an extent, he's curbed a little bit. But do you remember? Um, this was in the comics, not the cartoon, when they encountered the Morlocks down there. Do you remember what
Yep.
happened? Because Xavier's principles were, tested. And I remember they got their butts handed to them. They came limping out of that place. And Wolverine stayed back.
Yep. And took
And
care of what was left.
and he basically went back to the old him. I said, "Oh yeah," which is why Hulk and Wolverine are my favorites. Ooh, he purified that. Okay, he tried to catch me out there. Okay.
What? Asar can't play MCOC for now because his cat literally pushed the phone out of his hand when he was doing arena at a balcony.
Oh wow. You know what though, Usher? Apparently that's your fault, because it sounds like you weren't giving your cat the attention that he or she deserved, and they regulated you. They said, "Oh, so you ain't gonna pay attention to me? You gonna pay attention to that thing that's in your hands? Well, I got something for that thing. If it thinks
Smack!
it's gonna take my place in your affections, I don't think so." And it gave you a wapa.
Well, with cats, it's not so much affection, just so much as, no. Pop.
There you go. Cat taught you a little something, something about yourself. Yeah, I'm asking like what Clay is asking. I was wondering the same thing, Clay. Why were you at the balcony again, playing that arena?
For the view. Duh.
Hmm. Yeah, because balcony is good. You can chill there. Okay, I mean that's fair enough. But your cat did regulate. Cat came in and said, "Oh no,
They're
we're
not
not
having.
having this. Not today. You spending all your time with that thing instead of rubbing me? Schmack."
So, oh, I see what the problem is. You can't rub me because your hands are occupied.
Hmm?
Let me solve that problem for you.
Tell you, cats are something else, man. Cats be tripping me out.
That's how much of a good pet I am. I'm going to solve this problem that you have, which is the fact that you're not able to pet me,
Mm-hmm.
because that's obviously your problem.
Your cat was just looking out for your own best interest, just trying to help you out, removing the impediments that you had. Sounds perfectly fine to me.
Just like when you tap on your laptop, what do cats do? They
Hmm.
come on, they sit on the laptop.
Do you remember Freakazoid?
Mr.
You remember? I guess you do.
Chubbikins!
You do remember Mr. Chubbykins. And you remember he was messing around on the computer. This is what happened to him. That cat caused that, you know. That's how he became
Cat a
Freakazoid.
heart attack. Like, Mr. Chubbikins.
I remember when I introduced my sister to that cartoon,
Oh,
and she was just cracking up.
oh, poor
She
Mr. Chubbikins.
she loved. She even loved the intro when Freakazoid would just start dancing like he was
Oh,
just a crazy man, because he kind of was.
oh, oh my goodness. And
I
Mr. Chubbikins did the Fred Sanford. I'm coming, Elizabeth. I'm
Itans, what's up? What's up, man?
coming. Hey, Itans. Oh.
Don't have any dungeons to run with you today, and my 5 stars are on cooldown, so this is not going to be too long of a stream. It's not going to be 2 hours. We might go for about an hour. We'll see. Because what I plan to do is run through all of my 550s and 440s in the 4-star basic, and then I'll just prep the 4-star featured, get to like win streak 5. That way, as soon as I get done with my 5 stars and the 5-star featured, I can then just start using them in that arena when they come off cooldown next. But yeah, I'm only going for milestones this time. That's kind of how I do. Almost
Also,
got it.
everyone knows that doesn't matter how many toys a cat has. Doesn't matter the food. Doesn't matter if there's more cats or another dog in the house. The best toy to play with is your human.
Yep. Ironically, I have another sister, and that's how she is as well. She did not like playing games. What she wanted to mess with was you. So she would always hang around when I was playing like video games or a board game or something like that. But she was all about that interaction with me. And if she couldn't get that, she didn't stay there for too long. So yeah, your cat kind of reminds me of my sister. Because she would definitely do something like that. Any attention is good attention. If you're hollering and yelling, that's fine. One of my best friends, he used to complain about this cat.
Oh no, not the cat story.
Oh my goodness, it was hilarious. And I used to hear about him, complaining about the cat all the time. And I went out to visit him. I had some vacation time, so I decided to go up visit him in Wisconsin. And I witnessed that cat mess with him. Because, see, he used to complain that the cat was always going in his room, right? So he was in the kitchen. His door was open to his room. The cat actually walked by the open door, stopped, and looked at him and waited. And as soon as my friend turned around and saw the cat, of course he assumed the cat was, going to go in the room. And so he was just like, you better not. And that's when the cat took off into his room. And I laughed my head off. And I told him, I was like, no. I was like, you didn't see what happened. The cat set you up. The cat did not go in your room until you turned around, saw him, and said something. The cat's playing with you. That's what cats like to do. Play with their human.
There's nothing like it. Hey, phones.
Hey phones, what's up? You missed everything. Nah, you didn't miss anything. We just got started, but we're not gonna go for too long. My sister got to go to sleep.
Oh, please. Why don't you tell the truth? That someone
That is the truth. My sister do
was
got to go to sleep.
lazy and fell asleep and all through everything so that his schedule is off now and his 5 stars aren't off cooldown.
That doesn't sound like the truth. Nope,
Mm.
sure doesn't. Considering the fact that I started the stream late because I was recovering from that long stream, and
Mhm.
that's what threw everything off.
Mhm.
You can't really recover from that type of thing unless I just skipped an entire round. Like when they came off cooldown this morning, I would have just not run them until I streamed, but that would have not been fun. Not if I want to get all of the milestones as efficiently as possible. All right.
Osler says his neighbor had 2 rabbits and one of them mysteriously disappeared. First, he thought it was his sister who got jealous of the rabbits, and it turns out the cat ate it, and then the other one got lost too.
There you go. Don't mess with them cats. They are hunters.
Rabbits are delicious.
Are you about to become a bronze 3, Clay? Cool. And you got 100% in Alliance War. It's not bad. Yep, I'm relaxing, doing arena as well. Enjoying myself because I'm not stressing trying to get a crazy score. And we're messing around with map 7 right now, and had a rocky start. The first one. Not sure. Let me see. Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's do that.
Alchemy says, "What's up, Lord?"
Hey, what's up, Alchemy? What's going on? But what happened to us the first time was partly my fault because even though even though we had the information for the paths that we were to take, of necessity, because they change all the time, you have to do it pretty much last minute on day one, and I hate that. I hate that with a passion. But it just so happened that I had an appointment to go to around the time that it was going to start. So I quickly scouted out my paths so that I could decide, who to bring. And I missed my path in section 2. I scouted out a path, but it was not my path. So I didn't see that I was going to have to do that buffed up node. Now, for those who don't understand what buffed up is, buffed up, you cannot do any damage to your opponent unless you have 3 or more buffs up. So, if you bring in someone who does not have the capability of putting up 3 buffs, you cannot do that path, period. I mean, there's nothing that you can do at all. You're dead in the water. And of course, with map 7, if you don't do your path, it pretty much messes up everybody else. Everything is just so interconnected. Because what happens on that particular path is the links that go out are also buffed up. So that means everyone who has links, depending on that path, would also have to have a champion that could do, 3 or more buffs. So basically, we weren't able to finish that map. I mean, there was just nothing that we could do. There's no way. all for just that. And I remember asking, I told them, I was like, well, I got to go. I won't be at home and I'm not able to, make sense of a lot of the information that we had out there. But I tried to get in the game and scout the path and apparently scouted out the wrong path just for section 2. I had section 1 and I had section 3, and I thought I had section 2, but I scouted out the wrong path. I think it was I saw a size matters or something like that path, and I think I thought that was mine. So yeah, it wasn't hard. Like today, this the next day, we rocked it, no problems. We adjusted paths a little bit, um, and we got through them, no problem whatsoever. So we can easily do it. It's not that hard, but it takes coordination, and you have to have the right champions. Because see, no amount of skill would allow me to take that path without the right champion. So it's all about that. If you watch Killer Beezy's video on Map 7, because he's in my Alliance and in my BG, that's what he didn't mention it, but that's what he was talking about when he was like, it's important to scout the path out and make sure you have the right champion, because that's one of the lessons that we learned from that. Because we were not, at first we were thinking that we'd be able to finish it, but we might have been able to finish it if it was a different path, but because it was buffed up, all the links going out from it gave out buffed up. So it basically made other paths also buffed up. So yeah, it was ugly, but we got all of it done today. And we're considering how we're going to go forward. Because I like Map 7. It's pretty cool. Now that we got the kinks out of the way, we just have to take a little bit more time in the beginning to plot everything out, see all the paths and what we have to deal with, the nodes, what champions we have to bring in, and that sort of thing. Now, for me, one of the things I would like to see, and this is sort of a little bit selfish for me, because I don't have the roster that a lot of the guys in my alliance have. So if I don't have a path that is well suited to the champions that I do have, ranked up, then it's going to be a really hard time for me. So I need to look at the paths and choose a path that I can do with my, strong champions. Whereas for them, all they need to do really, because they have more diverse rosters than I do, more champions ranked up, they just have to go, oh, what node? Okay, well, I'll just bring my this or I'll bring my that, and we're good. See, I can't do that. So I need a little bit more time to do that. So like, when we did the first day, I was dealing with that evade. And I don't have anti-evade champions. However, as I learned, Blade can do it just fine. You can parry bleed them to death. And I ended up doing that after I realized how bad my Corvus, even with the Proxima synergy, was for that path. So Blade can do it, but I did switch paths, and I have paths now that my Corvus just rips up. So much, much easier, much nicer time. But because we didn't finish all 3 BGs last time, our prestige took a big hit, which means that it's actually a little bit easier now, but we're not going to get as many points as we would have, but this is a free week, so it's not that big of a deal. And we learned and got some valuable experience. I'm surprised Keith isn't here. Wait till he finds out that Stiletto was here and he wasn't.
That's how it always is. Keith always stands me up.
Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, phones. I infected her with the MCOC bug. I was playing it so much and so long. She was like, okay, what in the world has got you into it like this? You even making YouTube and everything about this thing. What is it?
No, it was really the costumes that got me into it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wanted to collect things. I'm secretly a hoarder.
Oh, well, we know that. I do remember when I first was showing my sister this. At first, she thought it was just, your standard, not shooter, fighter game. And then when I started talking to her about the Alliance Quest and Alliance War and the nodes and how they were interdependent and arena and all this, she was like, huh, it's a little bit, that's got a little depth to it. I was like, yeah, because you don't really notice it right off. And when the game started, it didn't have masteries. It didn't have Alliance War. No. It didn't have alliances at all. So there was none of that stuff early on, but I didn't really play it then. When I came back to the game, they had all of those things. They had alliances and masteries and all that good stuff.
Hey, Pedro, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for the
Pedro,
like.
good to see you, Pedro. You'll have to watch me later. Oh, too many calls. Okay, definitely. Thanks for stopping by. Yep, over 1 million points already.
Aiton says everyone thinks I just tap a screen until I explain the depth, and then that's far too complicated.
Exactly. There's a reason. Oh yeah, no more evading for you. It's over with now, Black Widow. Everybody assumes that it's pretty simple when they see us, and when they start really getting into it, because like I just mentioned some of the features, but the fighting, the skill it actually takes to bait out, the strategies you have to use against some champions. Yeah, when they actually try to do that stuff, it's kind of funny. They'll be like, "Oh man, this is much harder than I thought. You make it look so easy." It's like, "Yeah, been playing it for years." Okay, let's do it like that. And that'll be the last of my 550s. And we'll just move on.
Moving on up.
And since Hyperion is poison immune, I can never get a neurotoxin on me. So I don't have to worry too much about good old Archangel. Because I hate fighting him when I have suicides, because that RNG will make it so that he just has to hit me like in one combo, and I'll have a neuro or two on me, and that's it. That's all she wrote. Dark Hawk. 2, 3, 4. Back off. Now. Huh. There we are. Bet you felt that.
I don't know why, but I think his wings are a little too short. They clipped him.
They might have.
I think they were longer in the comic.
Speaking of wings, I'm still remembering when the Morlocks whooped him. I remember that they pinned
Oh,
Archangel.
please, let's not talk about Archangel's wings.
That was deep.
Back when he was Angel.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
That was deep.
oh.
I was like, oh man. I mean, dang.
Let's be honest. They really shouldn't have been down there in the first place. You
No.
know who let him down there, right?
See, my sister would definitely be on Magneto's side. She would.
I'm not saying nothing,
Oh,
but
she
you
would.
know who let him down there, right?
Don't she sound like Magneto, guys? That's who
Cyclops
she would be.
had to go down there.
She sound just like Magneto.
Just saying. No, I'm just saying. Just saying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember when Professor X asked Storm to steal.
I remember that, and then she did it, and she came back. She said, "Don't you ever
Yep. And he,
ask
he,
me to
he
do
never
that."
did. He never did. But that just goes to show you.
Had her questioning everything
Yeah.
about. I wonder if I went with him out of my own free will, or if he planted something in my head or something.
Mm-hmm. Because Charles represents an ideal. And they all are trying to make that ideal a reality. That's the whole big thing. And Magneto also has an ideal. They just have opposite ends. I mean, it's deep. People, that read the comics realize just how deep Xavier and Magneto are. They represent two distinct ideals, and there's a reason they were friends at one time. And if you ever read Magneto's backstory, you can't blame him for how he felt, what they did to him and his family. So you can understand that. But yeah, they each have they're both idealistic. They just have different opinions. They have different ways of looking at things. And isn't that true of us all the time? All right. Let me see. Is there anybody? Hmm. Can't tell. Okay. So because I have the chat popped out. Yeah. What was that? Was that you or was that upstairs?
Of course, it was upstairs.
See, I think that's what I heard before when we started the stream.
The people who live up there on concrete shoes.
Thump, thump, thump. Kadoosh, kadoosh. But anyway, let's see. It's hard for me to tell whether the alerts are working because according to this, I'm just not getting any alerts. So it could be working just fine. Since I've set it up in OBS, I haven't gotten any alerts. And I only have it set for a couple of things. So the only alert we're likely to see, unless somebody does a super chat, of course, or becomes a member, is someone that follows. That would be it. So I'll have to check afterwards to see if anybody followed during the stream because YouTube will tell me that. Oh no, no heavies for you. You got one off because I wasn't paying attention. No more.
And let that be a lesson to you.
And it was. All right, so let's get down, get down. Okay. Get through our 440s here. Not too much longer. But yeah, what I was trying to do, usually on the side, I have a nice little menu when I don't pop out the chat because I wanted to see if there was someone else that was streaming. And I can usually tell that by doing that or just looking at my notifications. But with the chat popped out, I don't even have any of that stuff. Here we go with problems connected to the network again.
Uh-oh.
Wait, I think it
Hey,
cleared up.
Sinister Strawberry.
Sinister Strawberry. Oh, the pictures that brings to mind. What's up, man?
I just have a picture of a strawberry
Mm-hmm.
with a shiv.
Telling you.
I don't know why.
I'm trying to remember the movie. Because there was a movie and there was a tomato. I mean not a tomato, a strawberry. It was like a killer strawberry or something. It attacked. I do not remember what it was. It wasn't fried green tomatoes, was it? No.
No.
What was it? Because it was a long time ago too. I mean, this was, I believe, the movie was probably older, but I think I saw it in the 80s.
Okay, it was a strawberry that killed.
Or attacked. I just seem to remember it menacing someone. Don't know.
Let me see.
And for all I know, it may not have been a strawberry. I might have been thinking of something else. But yeah, that I just have this image in my head. A Killer Strawberry? What kind of weird movie did you watch? I don't know, Sinister. I do not know. I used to watch a lot of strange movies when I was a kid. Probably what's wrong with me now. But,
I wouldn't be surprised.
oh, you should talk. You follow right along in my footsteps.
Is this about is this about the one where they ate all my candy? Are you still talking about that?
No, but that's a good example. Ooh, doggone.
Okay, I do see some things on YouTube about killer strawberries, but I don't think they were from when you were young. Because we didn't even have YouTube then.
Huh?
I'm just
Anyway,
kidding.
anyway. But yeah, I used to tell people that I've seen some really strange killer type movies with animals, like Strays. You had the killer cats. There was one that had killer cockroaches. There was
Oh,
Squirm.
I remember the killer cockroaches.
Mm-hmm. There were killer worms. Squirm, I think. Obviously killer bees, birds.
Remember the Night of the Lepus? The killer rabbits?
Yep,
That was great.
I'm telling you. Seen some strange movies back in the day.
I don't see anything about a killer strawberry.
I'd be scared to do that, 209. Also, welcome. You want me to look up a movie called Rubber. I'd be very afraid to do that. My sister can,
Hey,
though.
hey Gong Kong.
Hey,
No,
Hong
I
Kong,
know
what's
about
up?
the movie Rubber, so
Huh?
I'm not going to look it up.
You know about it?
So I'm not looking it up.
Oh, okay. Man, I ain't trying to tell you to look it up. But yeah, hey, Hong Kong, what's up? What's up? A killer tire? Oh, wow. Okay, so that's one that I hadn't seen.
Hey, he had a name, all right?
I remember what was it, the hand? Ooh.
Okay, the killer refrigerator was my best one.
Yeah, I think by the time a lot of those came along, I finally had my head a little bit better, and I stopped watching them crazy things. I do
His name
remember.
was Robert. Okay, he had
Mm,
a name.
mm, mm. See, I knew my sister would know. I told y'all. Followed in my footsteps.
I just couldn't. When we were looking for a movie and we said, a killer tire? What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
We had to watch it and we
I,
were dying.
I just happened to know. I just knew my sister would
No,
know.
no. And it was fake because in the middle he was feeling sad about everybody he killed and everything. And so, being a tire, he was watching TV. And then he watched these people on TV. They were burning tires. And he got mad.
209, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I do remember that. Was that the movie where I saw the it might have been Killer Tomatoes and not the strawberry. Because that would have been, I think, around that time.
Yeah, well, the tomatoes were girls too, so they were girls and tomatoes.
Yeah, so that might have been what I was thinking in my head. I'd have to look at it again. Not that I'm gonna go look it up, but
Oh, Attack of Killer Tomatoes was hilarious.
oh yeah, it was funny. That might have been what it was too.
But what cracks me up about Robert is that it was actually based on a true story.
Oh no.
Yes!
I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yes! Yes! Well, it wasn't like based on a true story, but like the way Robert became a serial killer tire is that a mechanic got underneath, did the stupidest thing, got underneath a car and was trying to fix it, and the car fell on him,
Mm.
killed him and stuff and like that. And it actually is a true urban legend that this did happen. I'm like, are you kidding me?
Wow.
Hey, Bearded Ruckus.
Bearded Ruckus, what's up? What's up? Yep, we're just grinding away here, talking about some crazy movies that we watched. I think my sister watched more crazy movies than me, but some really weird. That's probably why we like Mystery Science Theater.
Yes, 3000.
That's probably why we like it, because it goes over a lot of those weird, strange movies. Guys, let me tell you about my sister.
Hey, Jonathan Alvarado.
Hey, Jonathan, what's up? We were watching one of the Mystery Science Theater 3000s, right? She knows the one I'm talking about. That's why she's laughing. And in this one, there was this poor, what was it, scientist, botanist, whatever. And apparently he had had some accident. So he was not able to hear or speak. And they went out to investigate reports, of the disappearing people and everything. And this poor man, as if he hadn't been through enough, got attacked by these giant insects. And what made my sister laugh, and why she's laughing like this, is because they actually had him looking like he was signing his screams. I looked at it. I was just like, I don't believe they did that. He couldn't scream, and he was getting attacked. My sister is not politically correct. Let me tell you guys something.
No. You have to understand.
Uh-huh.
I wasn't laughing at the guy. But if you know Mystery Science Theater 3000, you know they're making comments.
Mm-hmm.
And the people were making comments, and it was the comments that were like, no. He's like, no. What is he saying? I don't know. He's signing something. Is he signing no? And I'm like, stop it.
And you can tell my sister, if she's laughing like this now, just from the memory of it, y'all know she nearly died that day. Tears coming out her eyes. She couldn't have breathe. Had to pause it. Oh yeah.
It was awful.
Yeah, Bearded Ruckus. That's exactly what it looked like.
It was awful.
I was just like,
it was a locust, and it was a giant locust coming at him, but it was an old movie, so it was one of them old movies. So like they had like the old pictures, so they had like a regular size like ants or lotus crawling up something, so it was like obviously fake.
Oh,
so
yeah.
He's like doing this bad acting while signing.
Yeah, it was some bad acting. And it did look like he was trying to sign his screams in horror.
And I'm like, And it's
It was
a
bad. And I
Night of the Locust, I believe.
Night of the Locust.
Oh my goodness.
And I
Just go if you have Netflix, just go look on um uh side I can't even say it now.
mm, mm, mm. Breathe, breathe. And what's funny and why, my sister, of course, she just wants to watch any of them. And so she lets me choose which one, I want to watch. And I think I remember watching that movie. It was a rerun. But like I said, I used to watch a lot of crazy movies. There were killer ants, and these were
Mystery
killer ones.
Science Theater 3000, and they have all of these old movies and they spoof them all, and it's hilarious because you can see these old, and back in the day when they were doing them, they were, they've got like, they make fun of Hercules. They
Oh,
got
yeah.
one, oh my goodness, they made fun of
Take
one.
care,
It was
Clay.
so bad. It was so bad. They made fun of it, and it wasn't even funny. The guy rode into town, and we saw the people who were the extras started throwing stuff at him as they were like screaming, like, they were supposed to be like, pillaging the thing, and you could see the extras throwing food at them to
Oh,
make
that
it
was
look like
bad.
they were running through the place.
That was pretty bad.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
That was pretty bad. But yeah, those are funny. And I remember, and it was so long ago, but I watched a Mystery Science Theater 3000. And I remember the movie.
Hmm.
But when my sister was like, no, there's a series, I was like, there's a series? She was like, yeah, you didn't watch the series? I was like, I don't think so. And we were trying to, you know, I was trying to remember what I remembered from it. And I remembered a robot, and I remember them sitting down in front of the movie theater, in the movie theater. And she was like, yep, that's it. And I was like, huh. So for like special occasions, we've been watching a few of those. I think, when was the last time we did it? Was it my birthday that we did that for?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
But yeah, those are hilarious.
oh my goodness. And whenever they come and do it live, I go and see it with my friends because we love watching those two, seeing them live. Oh my goodness. Watching them do some bad movies, it's just hilarious.
The heckling, man. Some of that stuff is excellent. Some of the stuff they did is just excellent. All right, Clay. Thanks, man.
Ah,
Okay, so we got done real quick with the basic arena, 4-star basic, as you saw. And now we're just prepping the 5-star. I mean, yeah, the 4-star featured arena. It only takes like 2 times running through my 5 stars, and if I include my 550s and everything, might take even less. But I need to do this so that I can start making up lost ground. Because when I went for Havoc and put up that score for Doc Ock and went for a Cyclops, I'm not getting 5-star shards. But the way that I see it, since I'm getting a champion, it's the equivalent of getting 10,000 5-star shards. So even though I got those, I still want to open up crystals. So we'll see. And I wouldn't ordinarily do it, but we need prestige for my alliance. I'm not ranking up Thor Ragnarok. I saw Brian Grant. I saw the pain on his face, and I hurt for him. I ain't doing it. But I do want to take up Havoc. But I can't take Havoc up without him being awakened. So either I have to get a generic awakening gem somehow, and he would definitely go up to rank 5, hands down. Or I need to get him in the crystal, and you guys know those are long odds, and I haven't gotten those crystals in a very long time. Better things to do with my units. But for the chance, because if I don't get him in those crystals, that's the only way that I'm going to awaken him anytime soon. Because I'll have to wait for him to come to the basics, and then I'd have to pull him. And by that time, who knows? It'll be a very long time before that. So the crystals will be the last time I will be able to awaken him in a long time. So I might grab, 2 or 3 and pop them in a video. We'll see. I don't know when it's coming back. I think this weekend, I think, is when they're coming back. So we'll see.
Hey, Shadow KT says, "Sup, sexy."
Hey, what's up, KT? What's going on? I think he was talking to you, though. Just saying.
How would KT know I'm here?
He can hear you.
I think
Mm-hmm.
KT was talking to you.
Nope.
Maybe he's talking to Bearded Ruckus.
Nope. And for those of you guys who don't know, KT is an up-and-coming YouTuber. Click those little dots next to his name and go subscribe. He is gaining subscribers by leaps and bounds. He puts out content, high-level gameplay, does things with 3 stars and 4 stars that will have you possibly stop whining about not having the right champions at a 5-star rank 4 and 5 level. He did Labyrinth of Legends with, I believe, 4 stars. So it can be done. It's a skill thing. So check him out. Go to his channel. I think I saw your subscribers, KT, and you're already, last I saw, you're like half of mine already. And you've been streaming now for what? A little over a week? So yeah, I expect great things from you.
Oh, KT was talking to both of us. Shooting in the dark.
Oh, well, there you go.
Seeing who replies.
Well, I have been told that before.
Shut up.
Well,
Bearded Ruckus wants to know what's the deal with Havoc.
Havoc is a beast. All right, so I think a lot of people are so upset they didn't get Havoc. First of all, his prestige is really good. I don't think a lot of people realize that. You see how low he went for in the arena? People slept on him, and they're regretting it. Secondly, he is one of the top counters, I would say, for Electro, Korg, and Thing. Korg and Thing are two, I mean, Electro, you don't really see him that much, but Korg and Thing in Alliance War, they are some of the top tough bosses. And Havoc is a great counter for both of them. And he doesn't need to be awakened. Take a look, Bearded Ruckus, on my channel, and I made a little video just showcasing him. And at the end of it, I did a quick duel with Korg. But basically, when you learn how to fight Korg, that rock shield has to come down. Your medium attacks are going to give you damage back. If he's awakened, of course. And so you need to do light attack. So people have learned how to fight him using, light attack intercepts and all of that. Or if you're like me and you're taking him on with, say, Corvus or someone else, you just accept the damage from the medium and you just do a medium, light attack. And then when his shield is down, that's when you unload and try to do as much damage as you can before it goes back up. However, with Havoc, his medium attacks don't make contact. So you actually don't take any damage and you can fight just like normal. So you go in there, you bait out his heavy, you go in with a medium, no damage. You go in there light, 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 medium, no damage. And you just keep doing that. You build up to a nice special 3, get his rock shield down, and it's lights out. So first round, I didn't go for Havoc, of course, because I thought everybody was going to be going for him, and I saw how low he went in the arena. And I still hadn't made the decision until I watched a video from Seaton, and he had just the 3-star. And I saw how much damage the 3 stars level special 3 did. And I was like, okay, I'm going for this champion. And that's why he was the first champion that I ever went for in the arena. I wish I had gone for him both times, because he would definitely be my next rank 5. And if I can awaken him, he's going to be my next rank 5. But right now, we're actually thinking about switching our focus from Alliance War to Alliance Quest. We'll still do Alliance War, of course. But Alliance Quest, with the rewards update, it seems like it's a much better way to spend our time. You know, Alliance War, I've never been a fan of Alliance War. Just a lot of shenanigans go on there. The AI fights differently, all kind of crazy stuff. But, you know, it's very stressful as well. Woohoo! Speaking of Alliance War. But they were tanking, so we didn't fight anybody. But anyway, the Map 7 rewards, the main issue with the Map 7 is the donations. Those donations are nuts. I don't know what Kabam is thinking about, who can sustain that type of thing, but we're still talking about what we're going to do, how many times we want to run it, to manage the donation costs as well. Because, you know, I'm free to play. So I can't support that much, you know, like 7. I don't know if there are maybe some whales, but trying to do Map 7 5 days a week, I couldn't do that. I wouldn't even enjoy it. I'd basically be playing just to play. Forget about being able to hoard any battle chips or, you know, anything like that. I wouldn't be able to do anything. And loyalty, I can't even farm that. So yeah, we'll be thinking about how we're gonna approach it, but it's definitely worth it. Alliance Quest Map 7, the rewards are worth it now. Combined with the Glory Store options for T5 Basic, oh yeah.
Hey, Reaper Dragon.
Hey, Reaper, what's up?
Bearded Ruckus says he's tempted now to try my 3 attempts for him now. Was saving my shards for next feature for Thing as my next R5. Decisions.
That's also a good option. If I had Thing as a 5-star, I'd be tempted to rank 5 him as well. I actually like Thing. Defense, offense, I like him. But Havoc would actually help me in Alliance War and satisfies the prestige needs of my alliance. So he would be all of that. I would be bringing him to Alliance War, and in case I meet a Korg or anything like that. But a lot of things have to be reevaluated right now as well, because if we plan on doing Map 7 and 6, then I need to have my top champions for that. So if we're focused on Alliance Quest, my top champions are going to be in Alliance Quest, and Alliance War is going to be made up of who I don't bring for Alliance Quest. So Corvus is going to be in there. Blade, he was always in Alliance Quest. And the third option is most likely going to be Gladiator Hulk. So that means that my Alliance War team is going to have to be Starkey, Iceman for the mutant, I mean, the poison node. And then we'll just see the third person. It could be Havoc. It could be Hyperion, because that's who I used to bring. And if I bring Hyperion, I won't need to bring Iceman. So, decisions to make. And I want to bring someone that's kind of suicide friendly. Otherwise, I won't be able to run my suicide. So, decisions, decisions, decisions.
Well, KT thinks AW is the bomb. He loves it.
And a lot of people do. I'm not one of them. I've never been a fan of Alliance War. I did it because the rewards. And you can tell because if you asked anybody, and you can tell whether they just love Alliance War, when the rewards change, if you could get double the rewards for doing Alliance Quest over Alliance War, would you do Alliance Quest? And if your answer is yes, then you know that you don't just do Alliance War for the fun of it. You're doing it because it rewards you. And if you can get those same rewards or better doing something else, then you would do something else. And see, I've always enjoyed Alliance Quest. A lot of people consider it boring, but I actually find it nice and soothing and relaxing, and it's fun. I like Map 6 because of the coordination that's required. Lots of fun. Alliance War, I could take it or leave it. Before I started fighting with higher level champions, I was still using 4 stars facing 5-star rank 3 and 4 champions. And it wasn't a whole lot of fun. There were glitches because I wasn't on my iPad at the time. Lots of glitching and all that other good stuff. So, yeah, it wasn't a lot of fun for me. And the pressure, didn't like it at all. So, yeah. Yeah, Jonathan, exactly. Less pressure. As long as you get your stuff done in Alliance Quest, who cares? Now, with Map 7, the first day that we did it, and I already told you guys what happened there, but I lost my Corvus. I actually lost 2 of my champions within the first like 3 fights. So I'm like, oh boy, I'm going to have to, use some items. This is not looking good. But it's just because I wasn't prepared for that evade, and I brought champions that weren't really good at it. And I finally figured out how to use Blade, and I was able to finish the path without any more deaths. But this AQ, this time, I used no items at all. Never died, no revives, no potions, and I took out Kingpin. And that was something because I was playing around with him. I didn't expect to beat him, but Corvus had 4 charges, and I still had my Gladiator Hulk and my Blade. And that's a heal block. So I'm going in there with, both suicides, and I'm saying, okay, well, I'll just go in there and hurt him a little bit. And he was noded up, by the way. And we were waiting for a couple of guys to take down their nodes. And I was like, you know what? I need to get some food. And, I was planning on watching some stuff with my sister and then streaming. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go do as much damage to him noded as possible. And then that'll be it for me. And then, when they do finally get the nose down, they can finish him off. So I go in there with Gladiator Hulk, and my Gladiator Hulk is only rank 3. Didn't do a whole lot of damage to him. I think I did maybe 8 or 9% damage, something like that. Then I came in with Blade, and Blade started ripping him a new one, and I was like, okay. And I got off some special 2s and took him down to about half. And I was like, all right. And then Corvus ripped him up, tore him up. 4 missions, and I was running suicides. Kingpin went down hard. I don't think I lost 10% health with Corvus against him. Very, very nice. It's Keith Winnett. I was just about to end the stream, actually, Keith, and you almost missed Stiletto. And I was saying, where is Keith? He's always talking about Stiletto's not here. And I got her to come. I shamed her into coming. I told her what you said about trying to get her. And while she was sleeping and saying, tell her Keith is here and all of that. So, yep.
Well, you talked your way through it, but Irfan and Silver Rhyperior and Hades joined.
Hey, what's up? What's up, guys? Yeah, see? Said she should have woke. Yeah, we've been streaming for about an hour. And I wasn't going to do a long stream today. Show you guys here. See? My 5 stars are still on cooldown. See? It's going to be another 2 hours before my 5 stars come off cooldown. So I just went through the 4-star basic, and you can see we stopped at 1.3, and I went through my 550s and my 440s. Then I came over here to the 4-star featured, and just got to win streak 5, because when my 5 stars come off cooldown, I'll run through them, get all the milestones, and probably put up about 13 million for this arena. Then I'll jump over to the 4-star featured, and start working on that one. In fact, I might start working on it when my 550s come off cooldown. We'll see. But yeah, so I knew it wasn't going to be a really long stream today.
Yeah, you just missed me laughing my head off. That's basically it.
Yep, you gotta watch the stream, Keith, and hear my sister laughing about her evil ways and laughing about a Mystery Science Theater 3000 that we watched.
That wasn't my fault.
Uh-huh. All right, KT. Thanks for stopping by. Take care, man.
All right.
Yeah, well, at least she
Well,
got to
if
see
you
you a
got
little
here
bit.
on time, Keith win it.
Ooh. Yeah, months behind. I see what you're saying there. AQ is better at the moment, and wars should just be something that you do for extra rewards. That is the attitude that, the shift in attitude that my alliance is beginning to take. My alliance leader was asking everybody, getting a vote, how, we thought things should go. The officers have been talking about it, and that's the direction we seem to be moving towards, where Alliance Quest is our primary focus. So that's why I said my Corvus, my Blade, Blade and Gladiator Hulk were always in Alliance Quest. If I did map 6, Gladiator Hulk was for the Starburst path, and Blade, and sometimes I would bring Starkey, but I always brought Corvus for war. But with the shift, I won't be bringing Corvus, because when we did map 5, I didn't need Corvus at all. I only brought Corvus if we did map 6. But it looks like we're going to start doing map 6 regularly. So Corvus is probably going to be taken off of Alliance War and brought to Alliance Quest, since that's going to be our main focus. And my Alliance War videos will be showcasing, almost back in the day, Starkey, and I have to come up with, who I'm going to bring in there. I want to bring someone that's, immune, because I still want to run suicides. So it's going to be interesting, but it won't be as stressful as it has been, because Alliance War is going to take a back seat. We still want to win. We still want to stay in Platinum. But if we finished Platinum 1 last time, but if we stop this season at Platinum 3, we're fine with that. Platinum 3 is good, and we focus on Alliance Quest. If we can get Platinum 2, even better, of course, but that's kind of where we're at right now. So I'm still not going to, just go in there and try to die. But the focus is going to be a little different. Yeah, Reaper. Sentinel is a beast. I think a lot of people sleep on Sentinel. I don't have mine awakened. Otherwise, I would consider taking him to rank 5 as well. See, 4-star Quake, Sentinel, Ultron, Thor, OG, Nebula, Hawkeye, Red Skull, Red Hulk, Gwenpool, Luke Cage, Doctor Strange, Daredevil Classic, and Dorm. Huda 550. Well, you got some good options in there, honestly. Red Hulk is a good option. Gwenpool is a good option. Luke Cage is a good option. Daredevil Classic, if he is awakened, Sig 99, he can get you through a lot of stuff, but my Daredevil Classic is still 440 because I pulled my Starkey as a 4-star, and so I never ranked up Daredevil, but he was going to 550 before that. Sentinel is also a good option if he's awakened, especially. Hawkeye is good. So yeah, you have a lot of good options, Reaper. If you do a search on my channel, I made a video where I talked about a list of 4-stars that I considered still worthy of rank 5. And that's champions that I thought I would rank 5 even if I had their 5-star versions. Now, of course, once your roster gets to a certain point, you're going to shift your emphasis over to 5 stars. So you're going to stop using your resources on the 4 stars just so that you can focus on your 5 stars, because those are going to be the future. But if you're an arena grinder like me, you're always going to have a use for 550s and 440s. You saw just now, I went through and used my 550s and my 440s. I don't use my 330s. All right, Keith Winnett. Yeah, we're about to end here. And yeah, Aegon is rank 5 worthy as a duped champion. However, I would not, simply because I'm not a fan of ramp up champions like that, and I'm not sure where I would use him outside of Labyrinth of Legends and Realm of Legends, which I've already completed. All the 4 stars are awakened. Okay. Then yeah. Okay. 209 said, "Can you please explain, or can you explain Prestige? I don't get it. I don't know how it helps or how you increase it." Okay, so Prestige is all about Alliance Quest. So what Kabam has done is they have assigned a value to your champion. You can see the value by removing all your masteries. Okay, so recover all your masteries and then look at your champions. The PI that you see there that your champions have without any masteries, that is that champion's prestige. Okay, so you then sort them. This is what we had to do before we had prestige bots and calculators and things like that. This is how you could check your prestige. And you got the top 5, the highest prestige champions in your roster. And then you took their average. That was your prestige. Now, when you do Alliance Quest, you have a starting prestige for the Alliance. And the prestige for the Alliance is the average of everyone's individual prestige. And depending on how high your prestige is, the more difficult the opponents you're going to face in Alliance Quest, and the more points they're going to be worth. So that means that an alliance that has a higher prestige can complete the exact same quest that you do, but they're going to score much higher, which means they're going to have better rank rewards for doing the exact same thing that you did. In fact, it's not going to be possible for you to compete with them until you get your prestige up, because they're going to be able to earn many more points than you can for doing the same map. Now, in the past, there was a cap to it. So at one point, the champions, no matter what your prestige was, never got any harder, and you never got any more points. Recently, Kabam has changed that, but that's what the prestige is. Okay, so that's how it affects it. It gives you more points in Alliance Quest, and with those more points, you can earn better rewards. That's the short answer.
Hi,
Hey,
Meister.
Meister, what's up? What's up? No, 209, not really. It's all about AQ. Your prestige does not matter in Alliance War or anything like that. That's why when these alliances are looking for certain prestige, you know, like say you have an alliance and they are going for the top rewards, and they have calculated that to get in the top 100, they need to be able to do at their prestige, say 3 days of map 5 and 2 days of map 6 at their prestige. Okay? Well, if they lose someone, they have to bring in people that have a higher average prestige, or else they're going to drop. They'll have to do more level map 6 in order to make up the difference. So that's why you see prestige requirements. Like my alliance, you have to have over 10,000 prestige. That's because most of the people in my alliance have over 10,000 prestige. I don't, but I got grandfathered in because at the time, that wasn't the average. But I'm trying to get my prestige up. My prestige is like 9,300. So I'm close. I need another rank 5, and I need to get 6 stones into the ones that I have to get my prestige up. But if we're bringing someone in, you don't want to bring someone in at my prestige because you're trying to get better. And someone else that came in at my prestige would actually bring the average down, so we would earn less points.
Hey, Super Vega Man, Dark Child.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Yeah, we're about to end it, Super Vega Man. For you guys that don't know, Super Vega Man is my alliance leader. Velocity, what's up? What's up? But yeah, this was not going to be a long stream. I've just been rambling on a little bit, answering questions in the chat and all that. But I'm already done with Arena. My 5 stars are on cooldown. They were on cooldown before I started the stream. So I wasn't going to do a 2-hour stream. It was going to be like an hour and a half stream for today. And we're going to put my sister to bed in a minute here.
I love how he blames me. I'm awake.
Yep, for now, till she passes out. But anyway, I'm going for milestones. So 1 more round of my 5 stars for the 5-star featured, and I'm done. Then 2 rounds of my 5 stars, maybe even less, for the 4-star featured, and I'm done. And you can see here, I just need to run my 550s, not even all of them, to get all the milestones in the 4-star. And I have to be very careful. I'll actually lose on purpose once I hit 1.4, because last time I actually got the champion. All I did when I got the milestones was finish out that round. You know, it was like 2 more fights, and I ended up getting the champion, and I was not happy. So I will actually lose my streak once I hit 1.4 at whatever fight it is, because I think he's going to go low. But I don't know how low.
Hey, Doc 4.
Hey, D4. Thanks for stopping by, for sure, man. Hey, no problem, 209. Hopefully that helped out. I remember when I didn't understand prestige, and for a long time I didn't care about it, didn't go for it. And to be honest, the alliances I was in didn't care about it either. All right, Reaper Dragon. Yeah, that's a good choice. Sentinel is actually a really good champion. Do a search on YouTube, and I think it was Hector, made a video on Sentinel, so you can see how good he is. He is definitely an underrated champion. People usually thought of him as a defensive champion only, And he is a good, strong defender. But I think a lot of people know how to beat him now. But on offense, he is underrated because he is a beast on offense. And being awakened, you're going to get the analysis charges faster. And when you get to 100 analysis charges, he is insane. Meister, okay, 7.6, and you've been playing for 15 months? No, that's not bad at all. All right, so that's going to do it, guys. I will be streaming again tomorrow. I think, about the same time, 1 o'clock Eastern. So thanks for stopping by, everybody. And you all have a blessed day.
Bye-bye, guys.